All right, peoples. All right, how everybody doing? Everybody doing today?
Good.
Pretty
Good,
good.
Doing
good.
good.
Doing good, doing good, doing good. I see some people are excited about today's topic. A lot of people ready to get some blow the steam off. so, so I've heard. All right. So right now I want to talk to the people, man. I want everybody to like, subscribe, and share this video for FOF Podcast, Facts Over Feelings. Today we're going to talk about why do women don't like the word submissive? Why? I mean, it is it's Bible. I mean, it's basically what it is. It says the woman wants to submit, you know. Um, I'm not sure why today's women have such a problem with it. Uh, my mom, you know, was submissive. You know, the older generation was submissive, and they did their due diligence in the household. And now it's a problem. Why? Why is that? Um, uh, or do you think is that an issue these days in time? We're gonna start off with money down here to see what she has to say about this issue.
First of all, I know your mama, she not submissive. Let's get that straight. Get that out the way. She is not submissive. I think
Oh
you
wow.
crossing the two. Like, she does take care of the house. I will give her that. But she do what she want to do.
Okay.
Um, but I think that people, um, the way people use the word, right? It
Yeah.
comes off negative. It's kind of like a baby mama. Like, nobody wants to be labeled a baby mama, right? You don't want to be. I feel like it just comes off negative, right? Submissive. You can. Most people submit when they find somebody they really want to commit to. They might not like the term, but you end up catering to the person that you love, which is in a relationship. You're gonna do it anyway. I just think it's how it's presented and how people like say it.
So define the word submissive. Like, will you submit to any and everything? Or is it I'm only gonna submit on certain things that I want to submit on?
If I don't agree with something, I'm not going with it. That's just me. Like, your word is not law for me. Like, I don't know what the hell. I just can't. Like, yeah, I'm just not built that way. I'm going to say something if I disagree. Now we can come to an agreement and maybe you can show me some things and I can learn some things from you, but I'm not always gonna agree with what you say. Like, you want a yes girl? Like, I'm no. No.
JOL, what you got to say about that, man?
No,
Um,
I want the women to talk first. Since you say we the ones he can
hey,
talk
I,
later.
I
Okay.
would agree. I would agree.
Okay, okay,
Let's let
okay,
Isaiah.
Okay.
okay. Okay, so today we got a special guest today on the podcast. It's Arkela. Arkela. Everybody give it up for Arkela, y'all. She about to spit her knowledge. Let's go.
About to go down.
uh, well, for me personally, because I am married and I am a young person that's married, I think just like Money said, it's about how you feel about that word. So I think more women today feel like that negative connotation that comes along with submissive basically means kind of like what was the movie with Eddie Murphy, Coming to America, like how he was like bark like a dog and she just barked. Don't
Mm-hmm.
nobody do that these days. Like ain't nobody got time for that. So with me and in my relationship, to me submissive is all about who you chose to be your partner. So whoever you chose to be your partner, of course, you trust them to lead you and guide you in a way where they're not going to disrespect you like that. So I listen to my husband. I do let him be the head of the household. I do let him run our household to a certain extent, but he knows me. He knows our boundaries. He knows how to respect me as a woman and as the woman of the house. So I am submissive to my husband. I don't think that that's anything wrong with being submissive.
So if your husband was to say, "Hey, I'm hungry. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I need you to make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich," would you have an issue with it?
No, I wouldn't. Actually, that has happened on many occasions. It's not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because that's
Yeah.
actually my thing, but
Uh,
it's like it's just like a regular turkey or a ham sandwich or something. You just be like, I'm hungry. Okay, what you want to eat? You want a sandwich, something quick? Like you're not finna say, okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, baby. I want you to make me a whole Thanksgiving meal, turkey dressing,
yeah,
candy
yeah,
inside it.
yeah.
Like that's what I mean by it depends on who you choose.
Right.
That's when you use your wisdom and your discernment to choose the right partner that's not going to ask you to do something ridiculous like that. So getting up and making a sandwich, that's cool. That's no problem. But yeah, like the whole meal thing at 3 o'clock in the morning, I ain't doing that.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay, okay. You might
I agree, but
you agree to what?
Yeah, you broke up.
I agree to that. But you only
You
got
got
3 times to ask me at 3 o'clock in the morning to make you a sandwich. But choose wisely. You better use it wisely. I'm not getting up. What?
But let me
Wait.
tell you why I say that it's okay to me because honestly, okay, what if I wake up one day at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd be like, hey babe, I'm hungry. Go go make me a sandwich. He'll do that too. So with
but
us,
what if
it's
you
kind of like give and take. Like I expect the same thing out of him that he would expect from me. So I mean, it's cool with me.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay. It seems like you got hope.
I
I don't
like
know
her.
about money,
Oh,
but JOL, what you think, man? I'm curious to know your side of the story.
I would agree. I can't disagree with anything that Arkila said. She sounds like a unicorn. So it's I don't have an argument. It's like for once I'm
What?
speaking now. Now this money character down here is like there's no hope for her at all.
Same thing.
None, none. It's for her. It's like it goes back to our previous conversation. You, ma'am, are gonna have to make a deal with a man. You will not get you have to have like some type of special circumstances where a man will have to deal with you because it's like yeah, you
oh,
a traditional relationship, you don't get that.
Did I not agree with everything you said? Like I swear we said the
I
same.
feel like you agreed. I
No,
mean, in my
no,
mind, what I was listening to, I was like, yeah, we're kind of on the same page here. So we're not really going against each other
no.
on this
But she
one.
and I've had some conversation before, and it's
I
like I
was
just
going
know
to
by
say
her
this has to
energy.
be
This,
personal.
yeah, it is, it
Always.
is,
No,
it
no,
is.
no. So,
So
so,
yeah,
so, so, what Money just said was she just said that she will submit only on certain circumstances,
right.
and if she feels that he knows what he's talking about, but in a relationship, it's always going to be new things that's going to come up. So every single time you're going to challenge your man.
No, but she said like you gotta trust that he's a good leader though, right? Like I need to trust that you're a good leader. I can follow you if you're a good leader. If I know that you're not taking advantage of me and you just not trying to make me bark, just to, we not doing no Wednesday only. You can speak. You know what I mean? Like some people here like to play around. Like we not on that. Like that's not the
See,
type of time I'm on. Like no.
it, it's not about if the man is a good leader or not. It's like if you don't think that he's a good leader, you shouldn't be in a relationship with him. And and that's what it is. You come across like you kind of want to just do your own thing. So it's like as a man, I don't get to decide when I want to pay bills and when I don't want to pay them. It's like they're due and they have to be paid. And so it's like if you're in the house with me, whether I'm right or wrong, at the end of the day, the responsibility is mine. When something happens, there's danger, something like that, you're not gonna fight with me. You're gonna stand behind me in the middle of the night when somebody breaks in. It's understood that I'm gonna be the one to get up and deal with it. So it's like I ain't getting up in the middle of the night and making you no sandwich. It's like that's your job.
You see
So
him? You see what I'm
that's
saying?
me. Yeah.
household. That's why I
Yeah.
never.
So
You
James,
would
so
not be
James,
my partner.
Exactly.
so James, so you basically saying that you tell her what to do, but she don't have a right to tell you what to do.
No, she don't have a right to tell me what to do. What I'm saying is that I set certain boundaries in my household, and I wouldn't, I personally would not ask her to do something that I feel like is unreasonable. Like me personally, I don't eat in the middle of the night, so I'm not gonna ask somebody to give and make me something in the middle of the night. I don't
Right.
do that, you know.
Yeah.
So is I understand that it would be unique to be with me, but it's like that's why I feel like a man has to get a woman and he customizes her to his life. And so for me, it's like actually being with me would be a good life. I sound kind of
Right.
harsh,
You heard what
but I'm fair. I'm fair.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna ask you to bark like a
Yeah.
dog. That's I wouldn't want
Yeah.
a woman that would submit
Yeah.
to something like that.
Right. 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 So what is your ideal relationship as far as a woman being submissive, and does she have to be 100% submissive? What does that entails to you?
I think that if she first of all, it's like for me, for us to be together in a quote unquote relationship, that would be like a vetting period of at least a couple of years. And it's like so it would give her opportunity to understand what submission to me would actually be like. And I think
Which
that
is which is what?
basically, since I'm responsible for everything, you're gonna do what I say. So, but I don't think that I don't think that she would have a problem with any request that I would have. For the most part, she'd
Hmm.
probably be able to do most of whatever she wants to do. But just understand that when it comes to certain things, you just have to refer to me. It's like I'm not coming to you to discuss no decision that I'm gonna make for the family. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I might run it past you to see how you feel about it, because maybe as a woman you can offer me a perspective that I didn't at first consider. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, since the choice is mine and the responsibility is ultimately mine, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So, I mean, that's all.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
that's
So
a household.
you said what now?
That's a traditional household, right?
I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation. It depends on how you define traditional. You know, I think
You said
that's
I'm
a
not.
because I would admit being with me, there's a I'm kind of old fashioned, so there is a traditional side to me, but it's tradition in a modern way. For me to get a woman that be in the house with me or whatever all the time, it's like she's gonna she's gonna have to be a unicorn. So it's like so you know that
Got to be
automatically knocks you out of
Yeah,
a rare
let's
breed.
rewind. Let's back up to this customizing a woman to your liking. What do you
exactly.
mean by that?
Girl,
What I mean is that I think that you know it's easy just to see a man and think or see another person and think that I want to be with that person. But I move in a kind of a unique way. It's like I'm a person that needs space as a man more than I would say the average man does. I'm not a man that's sexually driven like most men are. I have other things going on. So there's sometimes where she may want to be intimate with me and I'm not in the mood for it. So it's like I need a woman that understands those things about me. So it's if when I say customize, I think every man the Bible calls the woman a help meet, not mate. A lot of people say mate, but it's actually meet. MEET. You're to help me to meet my obligations, and that's your role. So it's like, but I also understand that we're in a modern time. So a woman is making her own money. She's doing her own thing. So that's
Yeah,
why I
she the
say when I
boss chick. She the
right
boss chick.
exactly. So that's why a boss chick to get with a guy like me, we would have to make a deal because you can't be under me and be a boss chick too. They don't work. So so I see you on Wednesday. Yeah.
but hey,
Or Thursday, you know,
Yeah,
whichever
yeah,
one works for you.
yeah, yeah. Which is
Yeah.
birth these unicorns, because that's your word
so
for
you
that.
basically saying that it's impossible for a career driven boss chick girl woman to be 100% submissive
No,
in your entail.
no, because I think there are many white women and women of other races who know how to do that. They know how to make their money and they know how to come home and be
Ooh,
submissive to their man too.
ooh,
That
Just
said,
say that
ooh,
again.
he said that.
ooh. I didn't even say anything. I just made a few sounds. Why she gotta be white?
But
or no, you said white women or other races.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all races, right? That's what you mean, right?
What?
What you meant was all
okay,
women, right?
I've dated
He's saying he basically
mostly black
saying,
women.
yeah, he said everybody other than black,
Yeah.
basically.
Other than black. Yep.
Yeah,
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 pretty
basically.
much.
Man, yeah, I'm not gonna back down
Yeah.
because my experience has been mostly with black women,
That we
and
Well,
black
you
women
choosing the wrong one.
tend to have a issue with making money and also being submissive too. So and so that's my point. That's where my solution comes from. Okay, well, fine. You a boss chick and you're gonna do your own thing. Okay, well, you and I can make a deal to where we have our certain days a week where we come together and do our thing, and then you go off and be your boss chick the rest of the week.
So
see this.
I've heard this before. I've heard this before, and just me just surfing the internet and listening to different things. One person said that money for a woman or a high career equals masculine energy. Is
Now, I would
is
say
is
it doesn't have to be, but in most cases, in my experience, that's what it's been. She thinks
No,
because she makes money, it makes her the same as me, and we're not equals. It's like we're not. You. When you come into an interaction with me, you are subordinate. You're not my equal.
okay, can we stop him right now? Please, can we
yeah
stop him?
yeah yeah
I
yeah
can't.
yeah. Go ahead.
Lord, I can't take it. No, he know I can't. I tried to say I wasn't gonna cuss as much when on this thing. This
So what is your rebuttal?
I don't. First of all, I don't understand why you feel like. Do you listen to yourself talk? Do you just like rehearse this? Because there's no way that you would respond how you want everybody else to respond to the stuff that you say. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way, like dealing with the black. I don't care what color she is, but it's not because she's black that like she's objecting to what you're saying. You just like it's BS what you're saying. I'm not gonna go along with the nonsense that you're saying. I'm not. I'm just. It's nobody who I wouldn't want brown, purple, orange, yellow to follow along with what you're saying. It just doesn't make sense at all. Like, and as far as like money correlating to
So
masculinity,
so 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 say what exactly you're saying that doesn't make sense.
none of it.
Like
Zero, zero. Nothing, not even not a thing, not a thing. It makes sense. I don't agree with nothing he says. You know we don't agree with each other. It's very rare that we agree. But what I'm saying is like you can't say because you make all this money, you gonna make your choices and the choices are gonna go through you. And then she turns around and make money. Okay, well I'm gonna make the money, so I want to have that same opportunity you have, and you say, okay, well she feel like she got to be a subordinate even though she's still making money.
But
Like,
see,
why?
but
How do you make those decisions? What if you didn't have the money and she had the money? You still gonna feel like you need to make those decisions in her house?
well, let me address that because in I'm an independent man. You know how like a lot of black women say that they independent and they don't need a man. Well, I'm independent and I really don't need a woman.
Okay.
So I choose to be with a woman, and when she comes into she could be a millionaire, but she's gonna come in and she's gonna live within my means. I don't want her money because she don't have no say like that in my household. If I'm giving you a relationship, you come in, your money for you, my money is for us, but I control it. Now, if she decided she wants marriage, that's a whole nother animal because now your money is my money and I control it. So you would put your money into an account that I control and I would give you an allowance out of it if we're gonna be married. But if you just Wednesday, then it's like
it
it's
don't
it's what
matter.
it is. Yeah, yeah. But if you're gonna come live with me, even if you make more money, it's like I'm not requiring any of your money. You're just gonna come in and live within my means, and then you have your money for whatever you have your money for. But I
Spend your
pay the
money on
cost
what
to
you
be
want
the
to
boss.
spend it
I don't
on.
want your money.
I don't get off work to get a headache. I really don't. I don't get off
Oh,
work.
oh, oh, baby, I come to ease pain. I didn't come to give you no
Not
headache. You know how we get down.
no all kind of problems. Cause that don't even make sense. Like, can sis, can you please tell this man? Cause it makes you
All
like
right, all right, Kayla, what you got to say
I only
about
I
that?
only have I only had that effect on you.
So
It
so
don't
No,
work for everybody like
no,
so
that.
no, no, no. Let's not say that. Let's
so
not say that
so
because she is
so
not alone in this. I don't agree. I don't agree with that either. I don't
so
agree
let
with
me
the
ask the
black
question.
thing.
Well,
Let
let
me
her
ask
Okay,
the question.
let her
go.
Let me ask the question. So if you had air quotes the perfect man, right? The perfect
Mm,
man. Anything that's on your list that you thought of that was a perfect man, right?
hmm.
Would you be opposed to doing what some of the stuff that James is saying, which is like, you know, he controls your money,
That
the
wouldn't be
money.
my perfect man.
exactly. That don't make sense. That's not
No, no,
perfect.
no, no, no. What I'm saying is if
Flaw.
everything else about him was 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 perfect, but you're technically compromising on that part because that's something that you don't agree with.
I
Would you be
wouldn't
opposed to allowing him to be
say
have 100%
First of all, I'm
control?
disqualified anyway because I'm black.
that.
So
No,
Already.
but
let's start there. I'm
I
light
think I,
skinned, but I ain't mixed with nothing.
I
I am 100% African American. You know, everybody got Indian and white in them somewhere or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'm black. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I don't know, the masculinity with the woman that feels like if she's making money she has masculine energy. I don't feel like that's true. Um,
Explain why.
no. Also, have you ever dated a black woman?
I don't have to date a black woman to know how a black woman thinks if I am a black woman. I
But what I'm
think
saying,
I have the most experience in that one.
but no. But see, I've dated multiple black women. That's what I'm saying. I'm going off my
Well,
experiences.
I'm
And
a
when
black woman who came from a black woman who came from a black woman who has friends that are black women who just birthed a black young girl who's going to grow up to be a black woman who I hope is one day going to be a boss. So, with that being said, the whole masculine energy thing, I just think it just depends on that person. It's just who you are. Okay, so you have to break down the fact that I think we all can agree because all of us are pretty much black. I think everybody's black. That black people are oppressed. And black men, when you all go out into the world, you go through a lot, which is why the woman should be, like you said, the help meet. When you come back into your household, you should feel peace. And it's my responsibility as your woman to make you feel peace. But underneath that black man, the same way that you feel like I'm underneath you, that's how the entire world views me as well. So when I go out into the world, the same way you go through issues, if I'm going to try to climb the ladder, I'm going through those same things along with the connotation of if she climbed the ladder, she screwed somebody to get there. So the whole masculine energy thing, I don't agree with that. But as far as just feeling like, okay, I got to do what I got to do to get things done so that I can get to where I need to go, that's probably the mindset
Yeah.
that you're thinking
So
about
so
that you
so
feel like is the
so you're
masculine thing.
so you're basically saying that because women have this certain idealism about them that they have to go through things and they struggle to get to the top, let's just say, of their company, and they have to have
You got to
this
have tough skin. You got
this
to have
tough
tough
skin
skin.
masculine type of energy,
Why you
tough
got to say
skin.
masculine
What
energy?
I mean,
Just thick skin.
I'm just
You got to
saying
be
it,
tough.
What you're
yeah, you
saying.
got
I
to be
ain't got to
tough,
be a man to be tough.
Yeah, and then I feel like y'all
well, yeah, you right, you right, I agree with that.
in a corporate world, men are normally they only respect like masculine energy, right? So I
You
feel
said
like
they don't respect.
they only like you boys
Oh,
like
they're only
a
respect.
long way
Okay.
to heard and be felt and stuff. You know what I mean? So like I can see people saying like you trying to be masculine or you trying to be like I get that all the time. Like you trying to be too tough. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be too tough. That's just who I am. Like I mean, you gotta get over it. Like and I don't feel like I feel like you can't the way how Joel is, like, and telling you, like, okay, you got to listen to me, and you're subordinate and all that, like, of course that energy is gonna come out of me, that fire is gonna come out of me, and then I'm gonna get a little bit like, okay, no, I need to match your energy and show you I'm not that one. You know what I mean? If it was somebody else that I got along with, then okay, cool, I can
But
be,
but why would you try to
because I
match
feel
that?
respected at this point. A subordinate? What the heck? What do you mean? Like, I need to match your energy to show you, like, no, like, no, like, I just can't do it. I can't. I now want to.
Are you such a
I'm-
sweetheart?
what I'm saying is why why do women try to match a man's energy when, just being honest, like, you can never match it, and when you try to do that, that causes issues, because let me tell you why. When all of us has been in an argument with our significant other, right? So
Right.
when you try to match that energy that your man has, what that man actually is doing, and I'm probably going to say most, is because we have fragile egos that we try to go a step above it. And then when we go a step above it, some men don't have that stopping power, and then something really crazy happens, right? So it's like
So I got to be the big
we,
person all the time because you got a fragile.
I would say, hey, and Carl, also, can you let Kivo in when you get a chance? I'm not sure. I think he's
yeah,
in backstage.
yeah. I think I'm waiting on him to pop up.
Okay, so it in the constraints of a relationship or whatever. I mean, you can be exactly how you are, but when you choose to be with somebody else, the two of you have to come into some kind of agreement to how we are going to interact with each other if we're going to have a relationship. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's like, I mean, you can be exactly the way that you want to be, but the what I'm saying is most guys who most women would probably want are not going to put up with that. So it's like, yeah, you can get a man, but is the man that you with going to be the kind of man that you want? And the average guy that's about something is not going to put up with that. That's all I'm saying.
not gonna put up with what?
Would put up with the masculine energy or put up with the aggressive energy, I should say.
So he shouldn't be disrespectful, and then he won't get that side of me.
Well,
We need to compromise. You can't be telling me I'm a
oh,
subordinate.
I agree. We need
Hey,
to compromise.
You,
I would totally agree.
you was not compromising with nobody.
But no, but my point is that we have certain parameters around my and your relationship. So that's why it's like, okay, if we're gonna be in a relationship with one another, we gotta make some type of deal. You gotta want to be here, and I gotta want to be here. But if we're getting at each other, but we still want to kind of make it work, that's where the one day a week comes in.
Right.
So
So let me ask this.
Yeah.
So let me ask this, and I'm gonna see, do everybody agree with this? Do you guys agree with, there's certain thing a man can do in a relationship that a woman can't?
Like
Naturally.
take out the trash.
No, it's just in general. Can you
I feel
think of
like
something that a man can do in a relationship that a woman can't do?
I think men and women are different. And then there's certain things. I think there's a lot of things that now women want to do because they want to be equal. But to me, that doesn't mean that they should do it just because you have the freedom to now. It's just certain
So
thing.
so someone told me today, we was having this conversation earlier, and the guy said, I want somebody to be equal as me.
Okay, I would say this. Let's use this as an example. Okay, uh, a guy a guy that sleeps around with a lot of women, the society would say that he's a player. The woman does the same thing. They're gonna call her a slut. So is one right? Is one wrong? I'm not saying either one is right or wrong. What I am saying is that men and women are different, and so we're judged differently.
And basically you're saying that women's just gonna have to accept that and move the way that society sees them, or are we
Or
breaking all barriers?
or if
But
if they if
give me an example of what you mean. Like, what is it that a man could do?
I was asking the question. That's what I was trying to see. Do anybody
Okay,
can
Girl,
think
I
of?
I I, I give one. So if we're going out on a date together, it's a first date. Who's gonna pay? When a waiter or waitress comes to the table and brings the bill, who do they hand it to without even thinking about it?
They hand it to the man because they think that he's
Exactly,
the
because
leader.
we're different. There are things that are traditionally reserved for a man and so forth. If we live in a house together, it's expected almost that the man is going to do the outside work.
So we was having this same conversation earlier
I can
today
agree with that.
about their certain um roles, right? Because the guy was saying that he wanted somebody to be equal, right? And we was talking about as far as like equality. And he was saying that another guy said that one of his friends took this girl out on a date, right? So he gets out the car, he goes around the car, he opens the door, and she said, "What are you doing? I can open my own door." And he was like, "Okay, you know." So he just, kept it moving. He didn't think nothing of it. So they get ready to walk into the restaurant. He opens the door, and she said, "I can't open my own door. Like, you know, don't open my door. I can do that. Like, do something that I can't do for myself,
When
basically."
when it was time to pay, did she say I can pay for my own food?
Well. According to him, the date didn't even last because
Okay,
as soon as she said that, he took her home.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
so you know what I'm saying. So and the
Sound
reason
like a
why
bunch of
I'm
foolishness.
bringing right. So the reason why I brought that up is because I really feel, and it goes back to the whole boss chick thing, and I make my own money so I can do what I want to do. There are some women that think like that, right? And the roles. I think Kevo said this a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about like a lot of stuff is blurred lined
Mhm. That
because
that woman would
the,
get one day
the
a week. She don't get a relationship. That's my whole point. That's where
yeah.
that's the type of woman that one day a week is reserved for. She's not a traditional type woman, so she don't get a traditional type relationship.
But here's the crazy part. So she wants the traditional. I want the man to take care of me. I want the man to pretty much do everything around the house. ABC, but she don't want to be told what to do in a sense. She want to be able to um run her, if that
Okay,
makes
you
sense.
run yourself in your own
So
independent
she just
space.
don't want to be submissive. That's what you're saying.
So and honestly, I feel like this because I've had this conversation numerous of times with different groups and different people, and honestly, what I get is women that I've been around in groups and heard this conversation. A lot of times they do be like they are submissive. It seems like 75-80% of the time, but they don't like to hear it. It's like, I'ma do it, but don't say it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
I don't want to
no,
hear the truth,
you're
but
absolutely
I'ma
right.
do it, but
Look,
shut
I
up.
I can
You know?
speak to that. I had a friends with benefits relationship with a woman once before, and it's like I had exactly what I wanted. When I labeled it that, that's when it went to shit. Yeah, but that's exactly what it was. I had it, and then
Yep,
I
yep.
called it that, and she felt some type of way about it. You're absolutely
Dang,
right. Yeah.
dang, dang.
I feel
So
like I feel like when it comes to like being like independent, right? You can be
mhm.
independent. I prefer to be independent. I don't mind being submissive again to somebody that like I feel like is a good leader and all that good stuff, right? Then we can.
Okay. So let me ask this question.
I don't like the word.
So when you and this person, I'm gonna ask Money and Arkila this, and then after this, I'm gonna give it up to Kevo to see what he has to say about this subject.
Mhm.
So, Money Arkila. So, well, for money, when or if you get married, and Arkila, let's just say that you renew your vows, right? Because you're married.
Mhm.
So, and the man, your husband or your future husband, says, "I want you to wash my feet for the ceremony." Because that is a traditional. There is a tradition in African weddings, and it's a sign of submissiveness. And that's exactly what it is. It's a sign of submissiveness. Would you be willing to do it?
I don't touch feet.
Okay.
That's the first problem.
So
Not
so
touching your feet.
so what if your husband
And that's
now?
not my tradition, so
So
no.
what if your husband now says, I've woken up in these past 5 years, and we are renewing our vows. And if you don't want to wash my feet, then we just gonna go ahead and get a divorce because this ain't what I want. I want you to be 100% submissive. That this is a outward sign of being submissive. So if you can't
Yeah,
do it around people and
I understand what you're saying,
right.
and I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you go back to where I started. And okay, so like I chose this man, he chose me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna let him lead.
But
Now, when
people
you step
people
out,
change.
and 5 years from now, you step out, and all of a sudden you're woke, quote unquote, and you're a different person from who I chose in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't grow into that person together,
Right.
then it's time to let it go.
Hmm.
I would agree because when y'all started, when you started a relationship at a certain way, and I know over time people change, but it's like just because you became woke now, you want to and you want your feet washed. I don't just, I mean, washing feet is not my thing. So it's like
Mm-mm.
if we grew into that, then fine. But just to come out and be like, okay, I think you need to wash my feet now, or whatever. It's like, I mean, I wouldn't expect that either. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, but
Mm-mm.
you guys see the symbolism of what it
Mm-mm.
means, though, right?
What about you, Money? You washing feet?
it's not even a factor when it comes to her because it's like
Right.
she gets Wednesday. She don't get a wedding.
She get Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I think that's
Wednesdays, like
a
people or women that only get like 1 day, they like side chicks.
I feel
Not
like
not not necessarily.
I'm
Not
not gonna
necessarily.
Not
y'all
necessarily.
because Carl gonna make me you just
She
want to get
she'll
that
be a queen. She'll be the queen on Wednesday.
She be queen on
She she
Wednesday.
she gets queen
reaction.
treatment on Wednesday.
I
Oh
see
my goodness.
anyway,
Foolishness. The foolishness.
Why
I
not a weekend though? Like I thought, what I'm saying, you got on dates on
She
Saturday.
she she too combative for the weekend. The weekend is reserved for submissive women.
I am not dealing with nobody he can't leave. I wouldn't be in that house. I wouldn't want to see this man not one day out of the week. Not one. Like we
Oh
can't.
come, you wouldn't want to see me on Wednesday. Stop
No,
lying. Stop playing. We
no.
look we've been making eyes at each other
What
and winking
are you
and stuff and blowing kisses at each other. Now you want to get on here in front of these new folks and act like that we ain't got this thing going.
looking at? He was he was he was just talking about last week somebody exclusively. Now all of a sudden this man's my uncle. What kind of delusion are you going through? You're delusional. You are delusional. Oh my god, you getting old or something? Oh,
Yeah, you bring it out of me.
oh wow.
Mm.
So so
What is
Be
so
that?
be honest. You're attracted to strong women.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh
am.
we,
huh. Uh huh.
Yeah, I am. I can't deny it.
he's I can't deny it.
Yeah.
I ain't got this is what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. I don't argue when I don't even like to argue, honestly. I'm really not even
What?
don't like to argue. I really don't. I could play, but I don't like to argue. I really don't like arguing because I
I
always say
really
something
think you're lying, but you can. I'm gonna let you keep
that
it
I
though.
mean.
Facts.
No,
Mm,
seriously, I don't like going to
Over feelings.
yeah.
fact. I do not like saying stuff I don't mean. I don't. Because I'm gonna take it there. I'm gonna take that with everybody. I don't care. Mama, cousin, sister,
Mm,
brother. I will
mm.
go.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
be
gonna fight and fuck. Yeah.
wow. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't,
Toxic relationship.
oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I'm not washing nobody's feet. That's not what
Yeah, and I don't want my feet washed, so I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not washing
so so
I'm
Kevo. So
not
what do you think about this whole submissive issue with today's women?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now what I think about this situation is the problem with women being submissive. Um, one thing you got to take into consideration that the way that the world is right now, it's just everything is like I said in a previous video, everything is mixed up. And the woman, the woman has kind of got away from her natural purpose. She didn't get away from that. And it's for multiple reasons that she got away from that. One of the reasons, if you look at the way of the world today, and then earlier when I was backstage, I was talking about the black woman and how people see them and how they see the black man because of the world that we live in. The black woman and the black man have gotten away from their natural element. Whereas now it's the woman, she's playing the role of the father and the mother. You know what I'm saying? She's taking care of the kids. The man running off doing whatever he's doing. So actually, today's women have gotten away from their natural, the reason why they were here, where they ever were brought into this world. They've gotten away from that, and because they've gotten away from that, because of the circumstances that we live under, then that is the way that they are. That's the reason why they are how they are right now. They don't want to be submissive. They don't want to do that. I mean,
But
at the end of the
is that
day,
the right way?
and no, I told you that's not the natural thing. That's not the natural way that they. That's not why they were. That's not why man and woman were made. You know what I'm saying? So it's not true, but I mean, it's a circumstance. It's the circumstances that we're dealing with because of the way that the world is today. You know what I'm saying?
So do we accept
Everybody,
it?
man. I mean, some men will accept it. Some men will. Some men have accepted it because they've adapted to.
Would you
Uh,
accept it?
no, I can't do that now. I cannot do. But when I say that I want a woman to be submissive, that doesn't mean that I'm going to make her wash my feet, and I'm not going to dog her out, just make her my servant and slave and stuff like that. See, when it says submissive, you got to understand what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? How many people in the stream actually know what a woman is? What is a woman? Do anybody know?
What do you mean, as far as being like a helpmeet?
I mean, what is a woman? You give me what's the definition of what is a woman?
A female? I don't understand.
Yeah. You,
Okay, well,
Enlighten me.
a woman. Let me explain to you. A woman is a man with a womb. That's all she is. So don't be surprised when don't be surprised when a woman have the same personality traits as a man because they come from me. A woman comes from man. A woman was
I,
made from man. She is a man with a womb. So at the end of the
uh,
day, if she had the
I
same personality, hold
I
on now,
agree
hold
with you
on
about
now, hold on.
25%, but you can go ahead.
No, look, so when she had the same personality traits, and then she don't want to be dominated, and she don't want to feel this way, then you gotta remember that she come from. You. And if you don't want to feel that way, then what make you think that she want to feel that way? But at the same time, though, a woman was created for the man. The woman was created for the man. She wasn't created for nobody else. She wasn't created for the other woman to be bisexual. She was created for a man. And so, but then in these times, like I said, when I started, everybody then got away from their natural, what they were created for. And we doing
Right.
whatever the heck we want to do right now.
Right. Right.
And
So so
I can't accept that. I will not accept that. I can't accept that.
so let me ask
It
you
ain't
this.
gonna happen.
So for Kevo and Joel, let me ask you this. Do you think a man can survive without a woman since the woman is the help meet?
No, a man cannot survive without a woman. What, he gonna be a homosexual? He can't survive
Well,
without one. He
well,
needs.
he well,
He,
I would say that he can survive without her. He just can't reproduce without her.
Right.
So you're not gonna be able to
okay,
survive.
okay. What was the reason that the woman was made? The woman was made to be a helper, and she was made because when a man was lonely, because the man was lonely, because the man didn't have anybody to talk to, he didn't have anybody
So
to be with.
with that being
That's
said,
why the woman was made.
so you basically saying that a woman was only created for a man to have sex with?
She was created for him to be the man's companion.
To what?
Just created to be the man's companion.
That's a nice
To
way.
have sex with?
His companion.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Pretty
because she's
word
your
for
just
the
because
same thing that I pretty much just said.
no, don't mix it up. Now I told you when I started. I said he was created because the man was lonely. He needed someone to
I
talk to.
think
He needed
I think when you use the
he
word
needed someone for
survive,
him.
go ahead, Kevin.
Say that again.
I was saying, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Well, I mean, Carl trying to mix it up and make it to something simple,
No,
but
no, no,
what I
no, 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 no.
said,
I'm
I'm
just
saying,
asking a question. I'm just asking a question. And you said no. Oh no, you said yeah. But Joel said the man can pretty much survive, but he
I
just
said
can't
no.
reproduce. Like, so he can do
I said no.
anything else. So you saying
That's not
no.
the only thing. That's not the
You can,
only reason. That's not the only reason that he needs that woman. He needs that woman because it's something that a woman can't be like. You can go have a conversation with your boys all day long. You can spend time with your boys all day long. But it's nothing like when you spend time with that woman. It's not the
I
same.
agree.
We all
I
we
agree.
all know that.
Yeah,
I
We
agree
all
with that.
know that
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
the same because the interaction that you have with that woman, every man needs that. I mean, they weren't made. They were made. They were the complement. If they're the complement, then you got to think about it. Every body part of ours fits perfectly to their body part. We
So
are a
so
complement. We are one and the
so
same.
let me ask you this though. So Joel, with that uh great description of man and woman by Kevo, do you think that your perspective changes about what you're saying about women have to make a deal? Like since Kevo's pretty much saying that they do have some power, do you
Uh,
think that
no, my perspective doesn't change, and I tell you why, because even he said it, the women, and I would say even the men today are not what we're meant to be. So for example, you got men that are perfectly fine with sitting up and letting a woman take care of him, and women are perfectly fine with doing it. They'll complain, but they continue to do it. So we in a mixed up society now, to where it's like, because of the way society is, people are adapting and adjusting to the way that the society is. So in a perfect world, yeah, the man would just be the head and he have his woman and
yeah,
they complement one another, and the man would be, it would be understood that the man is the head. We wouldn't have to say it.
yeah,
But because of the type of world that we're in, where you have these quote unquote boss chicks or whatever, and it's like, I can't be the king and she be the king too. So it's
right,
like, so we make a deal. We
right.
adapt into the time. That's all.
So let me ask y'all this other question. You're talking about the 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 black woman and the other race and stuff being more submissive. Then if women, black women, quote unquote, can't get it right, air quotes, then why do they get mad that the black men or the richer black men, the 1%, right? Always, not always, but most of the time, date other race. Do you think that that's the reason why?
Of course that that's the reason why. And I'm talking from experience. Let me say something. I prefer a black woman. It's like I have no desire to get with a white woman, but I've dated white women before, and it's like night and day. It's like I prefer my black woman, but I have to fight with her on every occasion. This white woman, it's her. She look,
But
it
you
was
like it
like
though.
it was her pleasure to serve me. It's like the shit was
Wow.
uncomfortable because I'm not used to this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I
well,
so it's
you,
so
you,
you have to
It's
understand.
boring.
yeah,
Do it now.
you want to go back and forth with somebody. Is yeah, like she said, it's
Right,
boring.
right. I mean,
No,
that's
see that's
boring.
that's where you're wrong. See, that's what you say. But
You
I'm
got
telling
That's
you,
somebody being
I
against
don't get that.
woman.
so.
Yes,
Why don't
yes,
you just
yes, yes, honey. Yes, yes. That's
No,
boring.
no,
That's
that's not what
boring.
I'm saying. You all misunderstand. But what
no?
I'm saying is that you should not go out of your way just to be combative with me. And I think
If you
this whole
from
connotation about this boss chick stuff or whatever is where it starts. Like,
It's
fine, you
Georgia
want to be a
Georgia
it's
boss chick,
spiraling
fine.
down.
I see you.
Look,
I
look.
see you on Wednesday. You know,
from Georgia,
So
to have you
So,
Monday through Sunday and it be okay, right? Because she's not gonna be
uh,
compatible with you. None of that. You should just go ahead and be with a white woman if that's what you like. If that's
I
what you
just
like,
got to. I just got to tell you, I don't desire to be with no white woman. What I'm saying is that I've dated them before, and
you
it's
have.
like, and what
You're
again? It was like
choosing
night
the
and day.
wrong women. It has to do with who you're actually choosing and who you're attracting. You got to start attracting some better women because there are women out here like myself. And like Money just said, she said she don't like to argue. So we're not trying to
She's a
argue
liar.
on
she
purpose.
lying.
No,
I
I'm gonna take her for her word. I believe
She might have you
she's
fooled. This is
telling
your
the
first
truth.
time,
Right.
but we know her.
Completely.
Yeah.
don't like to
But
argue.
ain't nobody trying to argue. I'm gonna say nobody. We're not trying to argue on purpose. It's the things that you might do that we might like reset the energy. Go
Say
ahead,
that again.
Money.
You broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh
What
no,
was the
I'm
last
just
little thing
saying
you said,
that
Kim?
I don't think it's I don't think it's more so of just like trying to argue. Like I don't think anybody I don't know anyone who likes to argue just to argue like just because I want to make
I
his day
do.
bad today. So I don't
Some
know.
people
It's
do.
just like you said, it's Wednesday, it's my day, so I'm gonna make his day bad today. I don't know anybody
No,
that's like
no.
that. So it's
I
more
think
so of
I think and I know some women that be like, you know what? I'm bored.
And I
Let
know
me spice it up today.
I know
Right. Exactly.
Let me
but it's
spice
all
it up
about who you
today.
choose though. You gotta know who you choosing
So
and
so
also
so
who
let
you're
me ask this
attracting.
question.
hold on,
Let me
Carl.
ask this question to Money. Let me ask this question to Money, and we're almost out of town.
Hold on.
I got one question for you.
Okay.
I got one question for you.
Don't ask me nothing crazy.
Have you ever asked your brother why he chose who he chose?
I'm not gonna. I'm, yes, I know why he chose. I know why both my brothers chose who they chose, and they love them dearly. I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go
So
there.
what you know what you mean? I'm just saying. I mean,
My brothers have types, though. Honestly, they both got types. They both like. If you look at
not
everybody they dated, they all are the exact same. Well,
not
not
African American.
huh?
Not African American.
My she's Egyptian from Africa. Like she's African. Like
Well, yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
brother is dating a black. I mean,
Oh,
African
you
American.
know what? That's actually smart. It's like a loophole, you know.
Here we
It's
go.
like it's
Anyway,
like she's African, but she don't look African. Smart guy.
what I think though, honestly about this whole submission stuff, I feel like the lines are getting blurred. People
Hmm.
want to be submissive and don't want to do what it takes to have a submissive female either though. Right? So you want to be dating or talking and you want somebody to be submissive to you throughout that whole phase and they get nothing out of it. Because I know plenty of people who like have submissive females and just never even marry them or cheat on them or move on. You know what I mean? Like you can't ask somebody for something that like you should be really waiting for marriage. Why am I being submissive and we're in a dating phase? You know?
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not that guy. I'll totally marry you.
but
I
why?
mean,
Why do you?
so let me ask this. I mean, you have to show what you
Right.
are or what you
So
about before I'm
what
gonna
do you?
marry you.
That's something that's earned. It's not something you get because you just show up. You
What do
have to
you?
earn that.
But what do you? What are you earning? Like, what do you? What have you earned to marry somebody? Like, at the end of the day, what's your
You're
price?
earning a marriage,
What do
a
you? What is
husband.
the prize though? Like, you've been submissive. You did everything for me.
No,
Cook, clean.
the marriage is that. You see.
So you won.
See,
So
you see, you control access to sex. I control access to the relationship. You see, I could be
Wow.
married within 6 months if I want to be. It's not hard for me.
I
But it's
don't
like
agree with that.
you don't feel like you don't feel
Hold on, Kevo. So you don't agree that women have access to sex and the men have access to relationship? I'm gonna tell you why I agree with that
Hey, hold
because
on, hold
most
on.
of
Now, see,
I'm, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on.
I
Let me tell
told
you
you
why I agree
earlier.
with that. I'm gonna tell you why I agree with that. Most Negroes, most Negroes want to have sex with women. And
We need to
women have
close. Everybody, hey, look,
women
everybody need to
have
close the statement. Everybody
women
need to close the statement.
when women have the power to say no. Even your wife, right now, you can go in and we can hang up right now, and you can want to have sex because 9 times out of 10, the man's sex drive is much higher than a woman. That's
Yeah, we have
naturally.
testosterone. Exactly.
Right, exactly. And guess what? You can't tell me that you have never been denied. You've been married way
Hey,
longer than I have. So let's
recall
stop that for right now. So, and then on the flip side, for relationships, 9 times out of 10, woman grows up at 5 years old and like, oh my
Right.
God, I know what dress I'm
I
going to
can't tell you how
wear.
many dates I've been on where the conversation went to. So where's this going? I
Right?
said I ain't getting no
They
younger.
want a
You know
relationship, so we
exactly.
have the key to it. I do agree with that. I do agree with that 100%.
Joe
So
said
why
he
do you disagree?
girl no.
Kevin, why do
My
you disagree?
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
go
do you
ahead.
disagree?
Okay, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you why right now. See, like I told you earlier when I began my soliloquy, I told you, I said things have gotten away from the natural, from the way to the natural essence of everything. Because in the
Okay.
natural essence of everything, when a man marries a woman, then her body does not belong to her no more. And when a woman marries a man, his body does not belong. It's not for him to say, no, he can't, I'm not going to give you some tonight. Or for her to say, no, I'm not going to give you none. Your body don't belong to you no more. Your body belongs to the other
Okay,
person.
okay. So
And that's
The
hold on,
Bible
hold on,
does the Bible
let
hold
me
on.
finish
The
that.
Bible does say that the wife does not supposed to deny the husband. That is 100% accurate. But have you ever been denied? Don't lie.
In the Bible.
Yes.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
Right.
No comment.
You plead the fifth
But
on
like I
that one.
said, I mean that we got to think about it. Everybody done got away from the natural essence of what they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And the
Agreed.
whole world that we've been and everything that we know right now is not the way that it's supposed to be right now. You can see it right now. And so
Yeah.
and then one thing, like if I could have a closing statement, what I say is this.
Hmm.
This is one thing that a man has to think about when it comes to a woman. Just like you go to your job and you have a supervisor. Now you can see the flaws in that supervisor.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I hate this supervisor. He's an idiot. But he's my supervisor. So to some degree, I have to have respect for him, treat him with respect. And it's the same way when if a man sit back and think about it, it's the same way when he has a wife or he has a woman. And that woman can see the flaws in him. She can see the flaws in him because and nobody's perfect, so she can see those flaws. And so that what makes it even harder uh, for a woman to be submissive in that man because she can see the flaws in him. And so it's hard
Right.
for her to be with somebody that's so flawed. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, a good relationship is two good forgivers. She got to be able to forgive me for my flaws, and I got to be able to forgive her for her flaws at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna close with
In
this.
that supervisor analogy, there's consequences that if you don't obey your supervisor or your manager. So in
That
the
is correct.
context of a relationship,
About to
if
end
you don't
so
do what I
fast.
say, there's consequences to that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
That's why you ain't nobody supervisor right now. That's
Or husband, sir?
oh
No.
You know,
No.
money. I don't care what you say. I know you love me. I don't care what you
oh
say on here in front of all these folks. And
Oh man.
yeah,
you
call me
get
when
the
So
we get off
boring
here anyway. I need to talk to you about something.
play,
Yeah.
play the music. We gotta go. We got to
Hmm.
go. This is
yeah, yeah, our time is up, man. Look, I think this was a really great conversation, y'all. And let's give it up for Akila, man. Let's give it up for
Yeah, it's
Akila,
been a
y'all.
pleasure to have you on
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
to
yeah,
have you
yeah,
back
yeah.
again.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, you're a
yeah,
breath of
yeah,
fresh air.
yeah,
yes,
hmm
like her.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
we definitely have to bring her back. We definitely have to bring her back. All right,
Yeah.
y'all, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And just want to let y'all know we out, man.